Hey guys, what's up? A show back on the heels of the Wolves of the Hulle podcast. Great first edition, in my opinion. Stuff we talked about was a bit different than was usually on this channel, but all in all, great conversation with the guys. Sound-wise, you know, if you really want to hear it, download the SoundCloud link or listen to the SoundCloud link. The sound will be fixed in the next video because we couldn't get the microphone to work. This is a show back for the Warloghe Paragon Impure Vaal show that happened last Saturday. So yeah, we're about a week from then, sorry. Yeah, great show. The only problem was that the morning of the announcement was made that Paragon Impure had to bow out of the gig, which is a bit sad because, you know, three bill show, three bands I wanted to see, which made perfect sense. But yeah, they had to bow out, stuff happens, and this band took their place. Dikasterion or Dikasterion, I'm very sorry, there we go. Belgian black metal that dropped their 2018 demo last year on New Era. Their show, yeah, it was okay. If you expected Paragon Impure's second show, then they couldn't live up to that. But it was okay. They had some trouble on stage, but sound was good. I loved what they were going for, but it wasn't quite there yet. Vaal did perfectly what I expected. You could see that they were tightly rehearsed. The synths were incredible in the show. So yeah, that was really worth seeing. They came on full corpse paints, the whole 9 yards. Warloghe, I was a bit I was steady drinking beers, and then I met Flavio from Thx, and he gave me a bottle and took 2 swigs of that, and it all went kind of hazy after that. But that made the Warloghe show extra exciting for me. So yeah, I was a bit on edge during that. So Flavio, thank you for that. It had a good 90s feel. I think I heard a lot of people say that it was back to the 90s that night. So Dikasterion is playing once again with their demo in the background. Yeah, let's dig in. There are tapes, there are records, there is a lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff that was on pre-order for a long time from Black Abyss Productions, Gezegend. There's an order I did with David, my buddy. I went to the show with, and I stayed over at his place. He gave me pancakes and beer, so I was a very content man. Thank you again for that. And it was a great night, so let's do it again. Let's dig in. The first thing I got was, this is something I bought for a change. This is Wetting the Skit or Skite. Not sure how to pronounce it still. This is a zine done, I think by the guy from Jamskap. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it is because it was through his distro that it was for sale. It's not especially for the show, but there are a Warloghe interview in here, and there's a Vaal interview in here that kind of makes it a zine for the show. Starts off with Kira interview, which I have never read a Kira interview. The second one is a Necropole interview, and this is available still through Jamskap, I think, if it hasn't sold out. Warloghe, a nice Vaal interview. Amateus is in here. I don't know that band, and I don't give a shit about the last interview, but whatever. So yeah, all in all, a cool little zine. That was a nice companion piece to the entire evening, I guess. Yeah, like I said, great shows by all the bands. Vaal, they did 100% what I expected. It was cool. They played, I think, the entire record, and then I talked to Damskevold a bit about it. I think the entire record and then a song from the demo. It was not too long, just right. Warloghe, same, not too long of a set, just right. So yeah, great show. Let's dig in. First thing I got was a kind of a gift. It was in my pocket when I woke up drunk. from David. He just put it in my jacket pocket, I think the night before, but I couldn't remember. So it was that kind of nice. This is tape by Saint Marie de Loup, I guess French project put out through Fallen Empire. I think not the last batch, but the batch before it. Green tape. And I don't know too much about it other than the titles are French, the band name is French, and the picture looks, you know, French hooligan-esque. So yeah, it is. It reminds me a bit of the Peste Noire stuff, but I'm not sure if this is linked through Peste Noire. So yeah, something for me to dig in. Like I said, I didn't have much time because right after the show or right after the podcast, my life kind of turned to shit for a few days or for a week. So we are getting back on top, and this is getting me back on top, I guess. The second one was a gift, proper gift. Once again from yeah, the guy from Zwarte Gold. This is the second demo put out through Signal X, and this is called Voor Zijn Glorie. It is a cardboard slipcase. This is not the gemstone bone blood bag edition like the first one was, but the just standard numbered edition, 007 out of 100, the James Bond edition. Voor Zijn Glorie. In all honesty, I like the first cover better, but this is also quite cool. Tape, second demo. I talked a bunch actually to him right before the this Dikasterion band was playing, so I talked a bit to him about the plans for what was in store for his bands, and it's quite a bit. I'm going to show the J card, but these will pop up and be talked more about in the upcoming tape delay, but it's just to have the complete package in this video. So yeah, he has a lot of plans coming up for 2019, so excited to see where he and his troop of not so merry men go. So Zwarte Gold, Black Death, proud to have those guys in the coming from the black metal scene from Belgium. Then let's do the tapes first from the Black Abyss Productions, because these were out, or had to be out, I think mid 2018. There's a lot mid 2018 going on here. But I talked to Morten, to Dancevold, sorry, and he told me the story about these. These were fucked up by the pressing company, the tape company. Then they were fucked up again. Then he decided to do them himself, but something private got in the way, and it just went out of his reach. But finally, he has done it, and this is the swan song for this label. He just wants to focus on music and not make packages and do the hassle of label chores, but yeah, which I can relate to. So these are the 4 last Black Abyss Productions, which is kind of sad, but you know, Black Abyss is dead, long live Skegerijk, I guess. These are the 4 last ones. Nice stack. We're just going to show them and then talk about them in the tape delay. Vampiric Spectre, Macabre, Full Moon Effigy. We have the Stage with Vorstfantome, which I am really excited about. I forgot this was in here actually, in this batch. Then we have Schattenkerker with Land of Always Winter. And we have Vox Malorum, A Call to Arms, which is a Kentucky, Michigan-based one-man black metal project. Sorry, mouthful. That is, yeah, almost the MVP in this batch, because it is not their circle, but it's put out through them, because I listened to it a bit, mainly digital, because I was curious about it. Yeah, this is quite a good tape. So more on that in the upcoming tape delay, which is upcoming. Okay, so enough stupid rambling. Let's dig into the records. I have this, and then I have the Morten package. That will be the last one, which was a pre-order. Now, to dig in to the records, the first 4 are pre-orders I did with my buddy David once again. The first package is from Hospital Productions, and it is the Old Tower Drachenblut and Akitsa with Credo. Now, first one, Old Tower Drachenblut, a 7-inch, which is kind of weird for Dungeon Sims or for Old Tower, because I talked to David a lot on the way there. I talked about this one with him. It maybe would have been better on a one-sided 12-inch or something like that, because the atmospheric build kind of demands you to crawl in and not, you know, after 5 minutes just flip a 7-inch. But all in all, it's one of those great companion pieces in my head, like the Vargraf 7-inch or the Vox. I'm blanking on the name. The Mare companion 7-inch that came out last year. So in my opinion, this is one of those companion pieces to one of the full lengths by Old Tower. So yeah, three new tracks put out through Hospital Productions, which is also a bit weird, but understandable, because they did that split with Departure Chandelier, not Department, also known as Drachenblut, a red transparent black splatter, which fits the title of this 7-inch. So yeah, all in all, glad to have this in the collection, just to keep it 100% Old Tower. And then Akitsa with Credo. Now I have to be honest, there are 2 or 3 records in here that gonna have the same story. This is the first thing I have by Akitsa. I have some Ashpool stuff, but nothing from Akitsa. Dominic Ferno, Prurient, Hospital Productions, Departure Chandelier, Prurient, Akitsa, Ashpool. There's a lot to go around. But when I got into Akitsa, I think through Wyatt, because he is kind of a completist and a major pusher, I should say, of Akitsa, or a major fan. Yeah, there was just too much of a discography to jump in, so I thought, why not jump in with a new one with Credo. I heard Goethe a few times, but yeah, there's just too much to go into. One of those bands that fell to the wayside. But then there was this, Akitsa Credo, which came perfectly timed with the Old Tower, which made me grab it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 new tracks on here, released through his own Hospital Productions, of course, which is quite a cool label considering what they have already done. Credo, together with the Roman-esque birds and the fire, kind of hints at a Roman theme, but I'm not sure. There are some French lyrics on here. There are only French lyrics on here, so that's what Canadians can do for you. This is the more limited version of the records, and if I can get the sleeve back in the pocket, I will show it to you. This is the dark, smoky, translucent with black smoke running through it, which kind of perfectly fits the aesthetic of the sleeve, which I always like. So yeah, that's the first 2, Akitsa and Old Tower. And then 2 records he just got for me. Of course I have to pay him, but 2 out of a 3 batch. The Keres Cosmic Church is coming, but this is the Circle of Ouroboros and then the Circle of Ouroboros Cenotop splits on Final Agony Records. Now, I didn't pull the trigger per se on these. I was going to get the Cenotop, but that was everywhere. They popped up everywhere. Now, they will disappear, of course, but Circle of Ouroboros, just like Akitsa, is one of those bands that, yeah, as such a discography that is hard for me to, my brain can't handle, so it won't delve. So when he said he had them for me, no gouging prices, no discogs prices, just regular, I kind of caved in and got one. Circle of Ouroboros is in spirit a black metal band from Finland, but has a lot of neo-folk, some classical structure in here. There is some pop tendencies even going through this. Very melancholic in sounds, nature abrasive, whatever you want to call it. It is on the experimental side of black metal, and I listened to it a few times, the A sides mainly. Yeah, it is hard to get into if you are not used to the sound that these guys bring, but it is a challenging record to say the least, and the fact that they had that split with Sinotop kind of made it easier in my head to grab it, so I had a full length and some companion pieces, because I don't know, man, I am into companion pieces. Comparing. There we go. Nice central labels with the watercolors. A weird aesthetic for a black metal record, but like I said, it's not a black metal record. The cool thing about this is it has that textured feel to the sleeve, but it also has texture in the print from the watercolor paper, so you have that extra nice feeling, which maybe is more clear in the back. It is, yeah, it's a weird record for Final Agony because they are on the darker, harsher side of things lately. They also did Rhinoceros and stuff like that, which, you know, is, I think this is, there's some light in this in comparison to other things they released. And then the record I was kind of looking forward to a lot because I listened to Sinotop Horizons quite a bit. It was in the top 10, I think, maybe top 20. I didn't like the sleeve at first, but seeing it live or seeing it in real life, I thought this was just a basket or a UFO, but it is a face underneath. It's not just a hot air balloon, it's a bit more. A great split between, yeah, a weird split maybe between two bands. Put out on Final Agony also. Kind of old looking sleeve, a bit steampunky. Some Fire Worship pictures by Sinotop. Circle of Ouroboros. New tracks and the perfect preludes to the full length that is out now on Nuclear War Now. I ordered to Iron Bonehead, I think, but it popped up and it was gone. But I think Nuclear War Now is pressing a lot, so yeah. I expect that to drop. I don't hope, or I hope, whatever, to, I don't think, let's say it like that, I don't think they have a die-hard version for that. I'm still looking forward to the Departure Chandelier, or Bi Lamp, as they are called in some circles, which made me laugh hard. So yeah, still looking forward to the Cosmic Church Chaos Split, which is the main ticket for that package, but whatever. 3 more records from the distros. I got this through New Era, I think, also 2 from New Era, 1 from Babylon Doomcult. This is Scoff. Let's call it Scoff, I'm not sure. Scoff or Scape. I think Scoff sounds better. Once again through Fallen Empire, a label I sadly fell off a bit because, I don't know, sometimes that happens. I have Scoff 1 and 2, and now all of a sudden, instead of 3, this is 7, I guess. An EP. There is nothing on here that indicates what this is. It is a one-sided 12-inch on a color of red that I haven't seen anywhere else. It is not oxblood, it is not blood red or red. It is this strange kind of red. It has the sigil on one side, and then it has a chemical compound sign on the other side, which is undetermined. Scarf is a band that popped up out of nowhere and apparently has members of Misterming, and I think it's a mixture of Icelandic and American musicians that are behind it, but I don't know, there is not too much known about this, so that's the info. You're going to have to do it with a bit more silence. Then 2 more. One, the last one from New Era, and this is one that I kind of pulled the trigger on because it was that kind of a night. It was the entire Dutch scene was there, and I got some Dance Revolt stuff. I got the Vaal tape, and this was one that was kind of on my want list for a while, but I never pulled the trigger because wood shipping was always a bit too expensive. But it was in the bins for 17 euros, so that's the perfect time to jump on it. Warloghe, another band that has a serious discography, and yeah, this is my entry point, I guess. Mainly because the guy from New Era told me some stuff about this project. It when I read the sentence, no amplification used in this recording, I kind of jumped on it because I thought it was going to be kind of an unplugged, folky, I don't know what I had to expect, but it's out to Purity, True Fire and Neue Aesthetic. Yeah, 18 tracks, so a long record. It has Warloghe instrumentation, then Outre-Tombe vocals, Animosity Eclipse created by Modern Dempstervold. So once again, he is involved. It seems he is becoming quite prolific in throughout the entire scene. Sound-wise, it goes a bit. It is not harsh, but it is very basic black metal. It is just, and maybe that's what I mean with instrumentation. It is drums, vocals, guitar, just through one amp maybe. There is an amp because you can't make that sound with an acoustic guitar, but yeah, it is very basic. It is kind of adjacent to the punk sound, but it is more an ancient or an old black metal sound than a punk sound, but comparable to maybe some of the Corpse Sound stuff. I mean, Outre-Tombe is also the guy behind Tour de Garde, so it is by no means punk. It is black metal in the old vein, the ancient flame stuff, but yeah, it always kind of reminds me, never forgets. My hardcore background won't let me hear what is going on sometimes, so Warloghe, if you're into everything I just said, I kind of recommend this record. It is basic, it is simple, but it is quite enjoyable for me, at least. Then, if I go to a show or a festival and there's funding, I always do a weird pick, and especially since I drank from the Signal Rex bottle, how should I say it? The fact that I picked this up is kind of a weird move, but it is a weird record, so it kind of fits. This is Thx Buddy, I think, with 180 or 180 degrees. This is a French hip-hop, rock, very slight black metal adjacent record that came out on End of All Live Productions, which also does Mutilation, Haine, Dead Spell Omega, early Warloghe, black metal. The tape version was done through Tour de Garde, so it always piqued my interest, together with the artwork, which looks fucking slick as hell. But if you see this pop up between all the black covers, it kind of piqued my attention, but never enough to pull the trigger. So when you have a few beers and a few swigs of the mystery juice, you pull the trigger. Cover first. I don't know too much about who is behind this project. When I looked it up on Discogs, there were only 2 links I could find. Now, people who know this, because they have another one, another full length, people who know this are screaming right now, who is in here. But the only 2 links I could find were Peste Noire, which is, okay, I'm not really a fan of Peste Noire, but the other band was Kickback, which I am a true fan of. So yeah, think in the first instant it reminded me of La Haine, so I thought it was going to be soundtrack. La Haine is a black and white Parisian French movie about the banlieue in Paris, end 90s, mid 2000s, somewhere in there. I'll link it if I find it on YouTube, because I think it's on there. It kind of reminds me of that. It is kind of soundtrack-ish because it's so varied. It has, like I said, a bit of hip-hop, a bit of French chanson. It has some Ween influences I hear on this, but not, yeah, more country Ween. I'm not sure what's going on with this one. If you can call Circle of Pearl Boils experimental, this is experimental as shit. So yeah, this is a weird record. The fact that Peste Noire and Kickback are somehow connected to this only makes it weirder, so okay. Enough about this record, that's really all I can say, but check it out if you're into any of the... I mentioned all the genres and all the French bands in the world, so yeah, check it out if your curiosity is piqued. Now, last treat, this is the package. He was kind enough to do some calligraphy on there. Last box was also very cool. It's somewhere behind the records here. this one will suffer the same fate, I guess. The 3 records, I ordered 2, he gave me 1. This is the Origin with Unburying an Ancient Evil. I already have this one, but Morten, thank you very much. This will go to a new home. And I'm thinking it's going to a friend of mine from Canada that is very interested in the moon, especially the blood moon. So let me know if you have this one, it will go to someone else. If you don't, buddy, it's yours. I'll put it aside for you. The 2 records that are in here that I have been waiting for a long time. The first one is through New Era, which is the proud sponsor of this video apparently. The Ultima Thule Forbidden Temple records. Belgian-Dutch alliance, 2 of the major stalwarts from black metal 2018, I guess. Especially Forbidden Temple, which came with a slew of demos that is still not stopping. I have the new one coming in from Medieval Prophecy Records together with the Haine tape, so very curious. Because I never fully got into Forbidden Temple, I liked it, but yeah, the MVP on this one is truly Ultima Thule, of course. This is still widely available, I think even from the label. They pressed a shit ton, so yeah. Cool to finally have this one. Nice glossy sleeve with the gold logos. Very sturdy, almost cardboard looking printed lyric sheet with more info, cool pictures by both bands. I love it. It's almost a dead card, or whatever you want to call it, in Doodse Kilte in Dutch. So yeah, really cool to finally have this one. I had this on order for quite a time, but due to the fact that the tapes were on delay, this was also kind of on delay. Really simple logos there, but some new Ultima Thule, always appreciated in the dungeon. Let's do this in the front. I have this promo picture on my workbench for almost a year now, so really glad to have this one. What I'm really glad to have is this one, the Warden Magie. The first vinyl, I think, put out through Gezegend. I'm not 100% sure, maybe one of the 7 inches from was earlier, but this is a, yeah, this has on Discogs no catalog number, so maybe it's the first. More the ambient side of the entire group of bands, but a very nice looking record. Yeah, it is dedicated to the owner. It has my stupid name written in semi-blood on here, it's just red ink. What this is, or what Devcivil did for me, I'll show the flyer first. This already got my blood pumping, that flyer, when that came out. What he did for me is he gave me the test, or one of the test pressings of this record. So let's delve in. It comes with a booklet that is kind of the standard booklet, I think. I wouldn't know why it would just be in the test presses. With some extra artwork, with some nightly forced pictures. The sleeve is one of those archaic memories, fold over sleeves, which has the Obi-esque flap. Really nice artwork. This cover, it should have maybe be one of the covers of 2018, especially in that section of music, but yeah. Now, this is the test press 2 out of 5 Cocktail Magie. It has white labels instead of the black that the standard has, but yeah. This is, I normally don't do test presses, but this is, I mean, the honor to, yeah, to have the trust from them to get this for me, and I don't know, man, I don't get emotional over records, especially on test presses, but this is too nice of a record, and it will never leave the collection unless I burn it all down in a blaze of hate. But yeah, Morten, thank you very much for this. This will be cherished a long time from now. Guys, thank you very much. We have a new collection update, not metal, coming up. Since podcast, there has been some changes in my brain that demand other music. There is a tape delay coming up, which has a lot of variation also, and then there's a new podcast filming half of February, and something with Cliff, so we have a lot of plans for the first half of 2019. Thank you for staying with me. Thank you for all the comments on the podcast I got. Once again, if you want to hear it, there's a SoundCloud link, so just check it out. Scroll down, check it out. that's it, I guess. I'll see you in the next Noon collection. Bye.